Hey YouTubers, my name is Andrea René and I am a current Peace Corps volunteer in Nicaragua. Welcome to my channel, Andrea René Abroad, where I talk about Peace Corps, travel, and working abroad. As you can probably tell by the background of this video and the fact that I'm wearing a turtleneck, I am not in Nicaragua right now, and that is because Peace Corps Nicaragua is currently evacuated. This is actually part 2 of a 2-part series on Peace Corps evacuation. So if you have not seen part 1, I'm going to go ahead and link that above. So go ahead and click that video if you have not seen it yet. For those of you who have already viewed part 1 of the video, I'm going to go ahead and continue where we left off, which was departing Nicaragua on 3 chartered buses for San Jose, Costa Rica. So if you already saw part 1 of the video, go ahead and stay tuned. So at 5 a.m. on Wednesday, April 25th, we all boarded buses to depart for San Jose, Costa Rica. So as I mentioned last week, the area around the airport in Managua, which is the capital of Nicaragua, was not safe enough for us to depart there. The journey to San Jose, Costa Rica actually went quite smooth, and obviously I can't guarantee this for all Peace Corps evacuations, but I personally was very impressed at the professionalism and also the organization in which Peace Corps evacuated its volunteers. So when we reached the Costa Rican-Nicaraguan border, the U.S. Embassy from Costa Rica was there to greet us. So they actually escorted us across the border, and they were actually able to make it so that our luggage did not have to be searched. Of course, we had all prepared for our luggage to be searched, but it definitely cut down on the amount of time that we had to spend at the border. So pretty much everything was taken care of for us. Obviously, you know, if you're evacuating Peace Corps country, make sure you take your passport with you because they do need to review all of those documents. Once we crossed over the border, things went very smoothly. We were taken to the capital of Costa Rica. We were taken directly to a hotel where we were greeted before we even got off of the bus by our country desk officer. So for those of you who have already begun the application process or you are an RPCV, you probably remember the person who helped you leave for Peace Corps from Peace Corps DC, who is called the country desk officer. So everything went very smoothly. We got off of our buses, collected our luggage. As far as I know, nobody's luggage was lost at the border, so that was excellent. We were immediately taken into a conference room where they had already put up signs by each group to collect our money and check into the hotel. So we were immediately given right off the bat the local currency for Costa Rica. We were given about $35, but in colones, which is the currency in Costa Rica. So it was just nice that they were so organized. We knew exactly what line we needed to go to in order to check into our rooms. We then had about an hour to settle into our rooms. I took a shower because I felt disgusting after 8 hours of travel. And then we met in another conference room for the opening remarks. And I just want to say right now, Peace Corps Washington and Peace Corps Costa Rica, thank you so much for taking care of us. It really meant so much to all of us, the amount of organization and thoughtfulness that you put into making us feel welcome under the circumstances. So I have a photo of the gift bags that the Costa Rica Peace Corps staff made for us. They just had little goodies inside, some snacks, just to make us feel really welcome. And then at the opening conference, they played the national anthem of Nicaragua, and we all sang along because of course we all know the national anthem of our country of service. That was pretty much the first night of our evacuation in Costa Rica. We were at a very nice hotel. I was able to get some laundry done. They gave us our meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They took us on an evening excursion. They took care of transportation and everything. They took us on an excursion to this super fancy mall that had a really beautiful food court. It reminded me of Whole Foods. So we were able to just relax and be with friends and eat a good dinner there at that mall. And then on Saturday, so that would be the 28th, they gave us the option to go on 2 different excursions. So either we could go to the historic district of San Jose, or we could go on a hike. And being the Pacific Northwesterner that I am, I chose the hike, and it was just a really beautiful experience. It was my first time in Costa Rica, so I feel like now I can say that I have been to Costa Rica. So over the course of Thursday, April 26th through the 27th, Friday, we had different meetings and orientations to organize us and prepare us for our time in the United States. When the US Embassy issues an evacuation notice, that means that we need to be gone for a minimum of 30 days. But until then, we're pretty much on hold and we don't know what's going to happen next. But we were in the orientations and we were given all of this information. And we were also told that we would have health insurance during our evacuation. So if any of you are worried about that, you will have health insurance through Peace Corps during evacuation. And then you will also be given $35 a day for the evacuation. I think if any of you are worried about safety and security during Peace Corps, you can take it from me that you will be taken care of. 168 volunteers were successfully evacuated from Nicaragua. We were all very well taken care of. We continue to be well taken care of during evacuation. So the last bit of information that I do want to discuss is that NICA 67 had 2 COS. So for those of you who are not familiar with Peace Corps lingo, COS stands for close of service. So traditionally, Peace Corps volunteers serve for 24 months. I have heard rumors that if you are medevaced, which is medically evacuated, or you are put on administrative leave, which is what we are put on, during the last few months of your service, Peace Corps will not bring you back. So unfortunately, that is what happened to NICA 67, and it was just so devastating. Even though the circumstances are so tragic and sad, it's important for me to share that information with you all in case any of you are medevaced or put on administrative leave within the last months of your service, just so that you are able to mentally be prepared for the fact that you might have to terminate your service right then and there. Most of the folks in NICA 67 that I have spoken to have mentioned to me that they do plan to go back to Nicaragua on their own dime to properly be able to say goodbye to all of the folks that they built relationships with in Nicaragua. So I hope that you all found this video helpful, and that if any of you in the future are evacuated from your country of service, that you can at least have a better idea of what to expect. I'm going to go ahead and continue making videos during my evacuation, so if you have not subscribed already, please make sure to subscribe so that you get all of my videos.